BowmanDigitalMedia.com.
Joe, theFinanceGuy.com.
Hey! Yeah,
I muted myself. I said Joe, theFinanceGuy.com. That's one of the sexiest intro outros I've ever done.
I know. I think
I don't even see Valencia anymore on social media. I got to find her again.
I do. I see her.
I think the algorithm, it tries to pick and choose who you're going to see. And I'm not in. I've got to purposely set out to find her so that I can get her back in my post.
That makes
I don't see your stuff either. Obviously I'd make posts for Joe the Finance Guy, but Joe Stepke, I don't see a lot of your stuff.
Well, unfortunately, and like we were saying before, I took a little hiatus for 17 days, not actual posting, and engagement was scarce. I did a...
Well, you still were making posts, so it's not like you were gone.
Well, maybe the business page was making posts.
The business page makes posts all the time.
But I was not. You
didn't make any posts for 17 days?
17 days. I was engaging. I really did not make any posts. I'm almost positive I didn't.
I thought you were still making posts.
No.
Some posts, anyways.
Okay, so does that change the direction of the comments of what we were talking about before the show?
No, you still got to make comments. Look, I'm going to tell everybody.
I didn't mean about the comments. I'm talking about the comment you made to me. Does that change what I talked about? That the momentum and everything, that I lost it no matter what? When you don't do something?
Look, if you take 17 days off of social media, that's like an eternity, right? So you're out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
If you're not commenting and you're not posting, yeah, you pretty much are going to be starting over. That's just the way it is. But if you were going to take a break for 17 days and say, I just don't have time to cultivate my social media, what I would suggest people do is figure out how much time you are going to spend. Are you taking a complete break the whole time? Like if you're going to take a complete break and never touch it for 17 days, you're just going to be really hurting when you come back. If you're trying to be a content creator, right? But if you're a content creator and you want to take a 2-week vacation, what I would suggest doing is maybe make a post every, 5 days, 6 days, something like that, something simple. Let people know hey, I'm going to be primarily offline for the next couple of weeks, like a vacation, like setting a vacation type of deal. But then the rest of my time, let's say I was going to do an hour a week or 2 hours a week, I would take most of that time and I would just go and make comments, and I would make them on fairly large posts, so like a Gary V or somebody like that, or get somebody who's got a lot of activity, and I would make some comments on their posts so that you're still seen by a lot of people, because that interaction is what you need. Got the big heart. Flavor to savor, baby. Oh, we can't hear you, Joe. Yeah, I lost you. Probably when you put your earbuds on.
Now?
I can hear you now. Yep.
All right, good. All right, good.
Buy,
All right.
buy a Windows-based computer. You won't have these problems. Everybody, it's all the people with Macs. You go in and out. We can't hear you.
Oh, here we go. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Where's Brian the Mac man? He's coming.
All right. So, anyways, as I was saying, I saw a video. Michael Ray met up with Kenneth Dunner in Texas. Yep. And I saw that video. I know Michael Ray sent it to me on there. I thought it was great. I think it's awesome. Yeah. And then I think they did dinner or lunch or whatever and stuff, but it was just,
I know. I saw something from Michael Ray because I see some of his stuff. I don't see a lot of it. I'm just being completely honest. I don't see everything. Right. So you and I swim in different circles a little bit, but Michael Ray, I saw something where he was saying that Kenneth was like the highlight of his Texas trip. And I have no doubt that that's true because Kenneth is awesome. Michael Ray is awesome. Mariella is awesome.
Yeah, Mariella is awesome. Sabrina's on.
Sabrina and I are meeting on Monday. In fact, she is my virtual assistant at Bowman Digital Media. So she's going to be working on, I've got some new backlink building in place. I was able to build over 200 backlinks for Joe the Finance Guy this last week, Joe.
Thank you very much.
That's pretty good, right? Yeah. So,
I think that is great.
Yeah. Your domain authority score went up too. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I can't wait to see that.
Sabrina's going to be working on that for me. She's going to be part of the backlink building process moving forward. So I'm excited about that. I had her doing emails and stuff before, but that's kind of boring. So we're going to have her do backlinks instead, which is more fun.
That is great.
So
sorry, I'm trying to do the producer
role, and I feel bad because I haven't been making comments. I'm shifting stuff around. Hang on, I'm gonna start helping you with comments.
Too late, Ira. Listen, I was doing it on here. You know, I can't text and do this stuff all at the same time.
Hey, but your skills are coming up, buddy.
Oh yeah. I'm impressed with myself.
Well, that's easy.
Yeah, remember, I'm a protagonist. So
I want to tell everybody out there, by the way, if you have not followed Joe the Finance Guy on LinkedIn yet, you got to get on that thing. We're having fun. So today we asked a question. The poll question is, what is the next thing you're going to most likely buy? Like home appliance type thing. So fridge, washer and dryer, large screen TV, computer. Get on there. It's a lot of fun. We've had 348 votes in the first 6 hours. And let's see. I want to say over 25,000 views, but I don't want to overestimate it.
All right. Look at, you've lost weight.
I have lost a little bit of weight. I've been working out like crazy, guys. I've dedicated 2021 to get healthy. Is one of I made 14 professional goals and 7 personal goals, and losing weight was one of them. Another one was dating my wife, and I've been doing good at both of those.
Actually, I saw that you went out. I think it was on Facebook though. You were celebrating a client victory.
If you guys have, a lot of people are working from home now because of COVID. Like we've had this paradigm shift. I signed up this brand new account. In fact, I made the business page on LinkedIn yesterday. We have like 3 followers. So if you can follow us, that would be awesome. But check this out. So it's called Dwellix. So it's like dwelling and statistics put together. So it's Dwellix, DWELLICS. I'll put it in the comments here in a second. But I made they signed up an account with me. So Bowman Digital Media is running their social media efforts for them now. So I made their page and we did a post yesterday. 3 followers, which is me, Marlena, and Alicia. The 3 Bowmans are following this page. So there's 3 followers. Guess what? We had a post with 27,000 views in less than 24 hours on a brand new page on LinkedIn. That's one of the reasons why people pay me to run their social media, their business social media. But we had gone out, I think that was Tuesday night when the client signed up. right? So
Right. It was something like that. Yeah.
yeah, so I took her out for a date. I try to, when I was in the large format printer sales, whenever I would sell a plotter, I would take her out. And so it's kind of like a carryover. When I get a new client sign, I take her out to celebrate. I think it's important to take a moment and celebrate your success in business, because certainly you're going to stress out and deal with the lumps too. So like, you don't want to overdo it. This is why I like Damon Pastulka's mentality, right, from Exit Your Way. Damon's like one of those guys. Take a second, acknowledge it, feel good about it, and then keep pushing. And that's what I do at Bowman Digital Media. I have that same mentality, right? So anyways, yeah, so Dwellix, this thing is kind of cool. I want to talk about it if we have a second here.
Yeah, go ahead.
For people that are thinking about moving, because let's say you got a job in Indianapolis, right? So you're near Joe, and you've been working there, and you had to be close to the office, so you had to live somewhere in the Indy area. Well, maybe now your company is allowing you to work from home. You don't have to go to the office anymore. Maybe you could sell your home and relocate to some place that would make you happier, whether that be lower cost of living or, maybe a different lifestyle, whatever the case may be. There's all kinds of factors that go into picking that next city. And what Dwellix is, it's a website, free service. You put in your criterion. It's kind of like a personality test, but it's more fun, because you put in like, this is how hot I want it to be. This is how much rain I want it to be. I want, people to have this type of education. I want, this type of parks and entertainment and industry and all those different things. And then it, calculates and tabulates, and it will give you the top 50 cities in the United States that match your criterion in order. And again, it's free. So that's called dwellix.com. And anyways, I was excited about that. But, with Project Help You Grow, I think this is very interesting, because I'm seeing, when I first started Project Help You Grow back in 2018, I mean, it was like maybe one a month jobs would come in on my site that were remote. Now, most of the jobs that come in on the site have a remote component. Not all of them are fully remote, but remote is definitely way more common. So I think that this Dwellix is onto something. So it's exciting to be a part of it for the social media part. But even if not, I was going to list it on Project Help You Grow anyways, because it's just a cool service. And I love the fact that it's free. You do, in full disclosure, you do have to give them, sign up and give them your email address to get the city list. They'll give you the state list for free. But then, once you get past level 1, then it says, okay, log in, and then we'll give you level 2 questions. And then when you fill that out, it gives you the answer. But there is no gotcha or aha, this is why they're spamming me junk. It's just, that's how they do it. So sign up, and it's 100% free.
Yeah, that makes sense. Got something here from Mariella.
Yeah.
I have a question. Did you see in the news about 2 couples that were robbed from a moving company? I really want to start a discussion about protecting consumers and businesses alike. Well, I would probably say don't hire that moving company. That would be one. I'm not trying to. I haven't seen that. So while
I've moved probably as much as anybody, if not more than anybody. I mean, I've moved like 10 times in 20 years, but it is something when the movers are in, they're usually independent contractors, like they're day laborers, a lot of them. So typically what'll happen, the job captain, the person who's driving the truck, is an actual employee of the moving company, like Mayflower or whoever. And the rest of the people that are filling the truck typically are day laborers. They're like, temp agency type folks who come for the day and work. So I have always stayed on premises to keep an eye on. They don't usually let you help for liability's sake. They can't, because of insurance, but you can stay there and monitor them. And I typically do that both when they load and unload. I'm always more nervous, frankly, about the unload than I am the load, because the people, auspiciously, they're from the same area that I am. And now they know everything that I have, and they know the layout of my land, which is why I personally have a home security system that's monitored, video and everything else. I have ADT. Everybody has different security service, but that's why I pay for home security. So I don't know if
Got
that.
it.
Are you still there, Joe?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm trying to get. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It looks
All
like
right.
there's some type of
I
delay because your mouth's not moving. So
I know. Don't worry. I'm trying to get it back. I almost said something that probably I shouldn't be.
that's okay. So from a consumer side, that's that's I think a totally different conversation than what Mariella's company is business and risk, and they're helping people from a business side to protect their consumer data and security and all those things, which I also think is important. But security, just 100%. I think people need to be aware, right? Like be conscious of what's happening around you, know your environment, hire professionals, and don't cheap out. I think for the longest time, I didn't have a security system in my home because I frankly was cheap. But now I've seen like the light with this stuff, and it's like there's nothing more important than my family.
Right.
So it's not about the things. I really don't care. The things are insured, but I don't want somebody breaking in and doing something bad.
No. I think a lot has to do with when we're trying to protect our family, and I know I just had a discussion, and you and I were talking about emotional intelligence earlier.
Yeah.
And some of the things and how people perceive things. And for myself, I believe in always, if something's wrong, you got to call it out.
Yeah.
I've always had that mentality on there. And especially when you look at the point of your family, when you look at that, you have to protect your family in instances. So when you're talking about like the security system, when you're talking about even working for a company or working, I know being self-employed like when you're working to you're protecting your family, because obviously if you have no income coming in or something's not right or somebody cuts back on something, you're protecting your family on that. So when I look at that sort of thing, that's where I'm going with it in my own mind.
The very first thing I did, Joe, is actually when I started Project Help You Grow. I said, and it's funny because Project Help You Grow has always been free, right? But
right.
I just figured that I was going to get sued by somebody. Right? Just kind of like, okay, I live in California. I'm running this service. I'm going to get sued. So I purchased a $1 million umbrella insurance policy back in 2018 to make sure I didn't lose my house in case I got sued.
Sued for what? For Project Help You Go?
Yeah. Well, I just assumed. I mean, it never happened. It never came to fruition. Thank God I never actually got sued. But that was the first time I started to think about basically covering, CYA, covering my butt.
Right. So you don't lose what you have.
I didn't lose my home.
Right.
Like I live in California. Real estate's expensive. They could take all the money I had in my bank, but in a lawsuit, they also, because I have equity in my home, and I didn't want to lose that. So that's why I got that was the first thing I did. And then after that, later I signed up for the security.
Yep. So, that makes sense. All right.
A lot about security, guys. I mean, there's all kinds. From a consumer standpoint, I would tell you this. If it sounds too good to be true, it most likely is. So you always have to consider what's in it for them. Like even Dwellix, right? Dwellix is free. What do you get with Dwellix? You get this information. Why are they giving it to you? Well, they're collecting your data. I mean, what are they going to do with it? I don't know. Right? But you're giving them your email address. So everybody, Joe, the finance guy, the retail companies don't have to pay anything for the service. So it's really good for them. But the consumer does. It's not free. The consumer's paying the service fee. Right? That's their trade-off for getting to replace layaway. The business owner gets the best of both worlds because they don't have to run layaway now, and they get to make the sale right away for those who don't have the cash. And speaking of which, we didn't do this, or did you just put it up? All the opinions expressed or otherwise on this show are of Ira Bowman Digital Media, Joe the finance guy, Joseph Stepke, not a SEMA credit, not Rent-A-Center. And now we've covered our butt there. So that's why we do that. All right.
Just
Joe,
because obviously that's the company I work for. So
Joe, you took a 17-day post break from LinkedIn, and I did not notice. First of all, that makes me horrible. I thought you did post. I just wasn't seeing you.
I was engaging.
Yeah, I saw you around. I saw you around. Like,
I mean, I was
Brian Burke.
engaging.
I think I see you on Brian Burke stuff. I see you on Corey.
Well, and that's the other thing too. Like, I've told all my friends, and you know this. If you want me to engage, because you never know, because I'm working, I'm out there hustling every day.
Oh, you hustle like nobody else. Yeah.
I did. Well, I'll get into that because I was in Ball State at Ball State today. Chirp, chirp. For anybody that wants to, I guess that's the way. That's the
they say.
Yeah, that's because it's a Cardinal or whatever. Ball State, chirp, chirp. But my daughter is going to Ball State. But anyways, but most of my friends know if they want me to respond to something, text me with it, and I'll get on their post, and I'll see it because at least then it's front of mind versus I don't know if I'll even be on LinkedIn. But to go into the story, so I go to Ball State today. Or go to Ball State. My wife and I wake up at 6 o'clock, which is normal for me, not for her. And we're going to with my daughter to be there for check-in or whatever at 7:30 and start orientation. First off, it's Friday before the 4th of July weekend. Who does orientation on that?
That doesn't even make sense, bro. I don't know.
For me, it doesn't. But there were a lot of people. There were a lot of people there. I'm not gonna lie. There were a lot of great people were there. We got to meet Tori's roommate and her mother. Another group of awesome people. And it was great. But we're in there.
Let me ask this. Is it because of summer school? I mean, why are they doing it now?
Move-in is, I think it was August 18th or 19th. It depends what plan you're on. But 18th or 19th is the move-in date. So I guess they got to do it now anyways. Just get it. They're doing orientation all the way up to July 16th. So, and Ball State, it was interesting. I got to learn. I don't know. I remember I'm from Chicago, Illinois originally, so I do not know a lot about the colleges, but it was founded by, I think there was 4 or 5 brothers, the Ball brothers. And back in 1940 something.
Look, I have low IQ because you said Ball brothers and I laughed. So
well, that's what they called them on there. I'm just repeating exactly what they said. And the college,
they're the balls.
And oh yeah, thanks. And the college was on auction back then, and they bought it for $27,000. And the Ball brothers, they bought the college, and I believe it had 250. I want to say 256, but maybe she just said 250 students at the time. So those brothers gave the college to the Indiana State. So where it went from a private college to a public. Yep. And now it started out with 1 building and 250 students. Now it's 70 buildings and over 18,000 students. So it was great. I learned a lot over there, how they progressed. I'm very excited for my daughter. It was great. It was great being there. But where I'm saying about hustling, so we get done. My wife and I are going, we get done over there, and I'm in Muncie, Indiana. And I go, hey, hon, I hope you don't mind. Since we're just driving by here, I want to stop at one of my retailers.
And what did she say?
Well, I mean, first she said, okay. I mean, she wasn't saying anything because there were 2 places I wanted to stop to. It was after I got out of that retailer, I go, hey, I just got one more retailer to go see. Now, that was it. You already said one. Now I'm doing another one. but I wanted to go see these two and the other one was a sign up because they're signing. I'm going to get two of their locations, so I signed up with them. However, it was just great. I stopped there, meet them, and then the first thing I said when I walked in, I go, "Listen, I'm sorry about the way I dressed because I was wearing this." And I go, you know how I usually dress work-wise. Hope you don't mind. I just want to check in on you, see how everything was. And it was great. They didn't mind at all. And then when I went to the other place, it was great. Got to talk to one of the owners, and he's going to talk to them. He goes, "Yeah, come see me Tuesday or Wednesday, and yeah, we'll sign up." So yay!
There you go.
So yep. So I was happy about that one. Yeah.
Start off with a bang too.
Yep. Oh, see, there you go. Who does orientation? It sounds normal to Sabrina.
Sabrina says it's normal. I think it's ludicrous. I don't remember. Look, when I went to college 30 years ago, I don't even remember going to orientation. So what do I know?
Well, I mean, maybe I don't know how you doing,
Mutibi.
Mr. Emmanuel. I'll just go like that, Mutibi. But either way, it was fun.
It's probably his first name, anyways, there because I think a lot of them put the family name first, and then yeah.
Gotcha. Well, and my daughter was happy, and her boyfriend was with us too. So it was a great day. It was great. For me, I would have, if I was taking the day off, which I did, I would have rather been around the pool. And just enjoy myself that way. That would have been a little bit more fun, but it's all right. I got to see her there. And my wife asked me, she goes, "Aren't you going to, I think my daughter said something, are you going to be crying when I go to college?" She's 45 minutes away.
Right. That's like homeschool.
Right. I go, I'm not going to, even though that she's living on campus.
Look, my daughter's 3,000 miles away.
Well, I know. She's in Florida.
Golly, like, could you pick a further place away? I can't hop in and visit. Like, you could, auspiciously, you could go for lunch.
Right. Exactly. I really, for myself, I go, I'm not going to cry.
My third child's going to be a senior, and he's looking at a school in Virginia. I'm like, what did I do so bad that none of my kids want to? So
they don't want to be around you.
One of my twins says, "Don't worry, Dad. I'm gonna do school online. I'm not moving out." I'm like, "Great." We have one who wants to live with me till she's 30.
Anyway. Yeah, my other daughter, see her. She said that I'm just gonna stay in your basement, Dad. But then Jen, when we were driving home, she goes, "I'm thinking about retirement." I go, "You are?" She goes, "Yeah. What if we go to?" Or we sold everything, sold the big house, sold the back cave.
No, dude.
Just hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear it out first. Because when she said we sell everything, we buy a piece of land, and we get a mini home, and live on the mini home. And
then what?
And first, and I'm driving in the car, and I think I said it to her. I go, in my mind right now, I just stopped the car on the highway and threw you out.
Right.
What are we gonna do with all the back pay? Right. And more I thought about it, I'd either sell it or put it in storage till my son or daughters wanted it, that they could hang up or do whatever. Because I think my son would do all this. Like have everything, and some of my daughters would too. So I think it would be cool either way. But
okay, so let's look at this, because there's part of me that's not diabolically opposed to this idea. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so you buy this land in this small place, to what end? Does she want to travel, and so less to take care of, or just less stuff to?
Well, more traveling. She did mention that we could travel the states together, which was great.
I'm excited about that. Sure.
Yeah, that would be good. And then
I've included myself in your little.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, but it was about traveling. But
I could definitely do that. I could have a small house and then like an RV type bus thing and go.
I think you could live comfortably in a mini home, probably under $2,000 a month.
Oh yeah, you could
I
buy
think
buy a mini home outright for
right. No. Well, I would buy the mini home outright by selling the house because I have enough equity in this one.
yeah.
But I was thinking that, and the money I already saved up, I was going like this, man. But we have to wait till after the kids are out of school. So worst case scenario, and I'm going to say worst case, even though that it was best case. You know, like she liked that idea because less is more. I could just sell everything and I'll be fine. So at 55, I wouldn't have to work anymore, and I could just be like, all right, I'm good. But do you know how much stuff I have?
I do. I have an idea. Well, I haven't seen it.
I
would say, look, before the Stepke Batcave gets put on the market, I have to book reservations and stay there because I want to, you know what I mean? I want to.
Yeah, please do, because really, it makes me,
now, bro.
It makes me cry a little bit.
We haven't booked this yet, but I was telling you, like most people this is a 4-day weekend for most people. I'm working today and tomorrow. I'm doing shoots. So I got my new lens here. I'll just pop it up since I just talked about it. But I'm doing photo shoots. So I'm going tomorrow to this is a 600, by the way. I'm really excited. This thing is huge. This is my walking around lens, and this is the new lens. Like, look at the size difference. This is 105. This is 600. Crazy. Anyway,
I won't make the joke about the size and how it matters.
This was my biggest one before. This is when everybody used to like, wow, what do you do with that big old thing? This is a 300. This is a 600. So as you can see, like huge difference. But anyway, so I'm doing a commercial shoot tomorrow in LA, Universal City for any of those who are in the area. And then I'm doing one on Tuesday for Bloom Rock in Phoenix. So I'm going to try to meet with Nick Dorsey and Russ Johns while I'm out there in the Phoenix area on the 6th. So maybe before the end of the year, I'll come to Indiana and do a little shoot session with Joe the finance guy. You know what I mean?
That would be awesome.
So that could be cool, right? We could do some stuff with the Batcave.
Yes, that would be awesome. And by that time, I might have my Iron Man costume.
Oh, that would be so cool. Imagine what we could do if I could capture the footage myself.
The Iron Man one is the one for this Halloween. So yeah, I can't wait. That'll be awesome. That'll be good. All right. So now that we're talking about the comics wise, and I know you haven't seen it yet.
I need to see it, but I haven't.
You do.
I haven't had a chance yet. I watched not Loki, because Loki, I didn't even know who Loki was. I did know who Thor was before I watched. Is it the Avengers? I think that's the one that I watched, right?
Yep.
So the Avengers movie. Do I get props for knowing this stuff? Like, it's just off the top of my head.
Anyways, if you live, anyways, go ahead.
Like most people would know this, but I work all the time, Joe. I don't watch TV like most people. So
okay. So you have kids.
I do have kids, but my kids they entertain themselves. They don't like it when I'm around, because then.
Okay. All right. So I just want to go back for a minute. You just answered your own question about the college and why they're going on the other side. So I just want to throw that out there for you.
So mean.
You just answered your own question. No, go ahead. So you got kids,
so
and
I got 8 kids.
Right.
But my girls don't care about that stuff, and so I only have 2 boys living here, and they're both wearing like superhero shirts that we bought for them in New York City, by the way. Super cool. So, but I did know who Loki was when you brought this up yesterday or a couple days ago.
Yep.
About it. But I don't like Loki is not somebody that I was really familiar with. Thor I'd heard about forever because of mythology, right? But you and I were having a conversation about Batman versus Loki. And I don't know. It seems like
I don't know. Well, Loki's a god. And it's a little bit. And Sabrina, to answer your question, are you talking about the whole Phase 4? I've seen some of it. I've seen some of the things on YouTube. I'm actually Loki. The new season.
So what is the show? So the show is just like a standalone story about Loki.
It is, well, and here's some spoilers, or I'll try not to. Well,
all right. If you're watching Loki and you don't want to be a spoiler, here's your chance to
mute us.
Mute us for 5 minutes because we're going to talk about it for 5 minutes.
But Loki, it's really in Endgame. In one of the scenes in Endgame, and not mostly everybody's seen Endgame, anyways.
What is
Loki?
It's a movie.
Endgame, yeah, Avengers Endgame, where Tony Stark died.
Wait, that's Iron Man dies?
Shut up.
No, seriously, he does? I didn't know that.
The whole world knows this, so it's not even.
I don't know this right now. You just broke my heart.
Okay, good. Sorry.
Yeah. How does Iron Man die? That's more interesting to me than
right. Because he can't handle the Infinity Stones. He should have given it to Chris Pratt. Star-Lord could have handled it all.
Oh, I got you. And I know what an Infinity Stone is. Booyah! It's one of those 6-color things.
Yes, it is. So, anyways, Loki is a variant because he took the Tesseract and escaped. Well, in timeline in the Endgame when they went back in time, but he wasn't supposed to do that. So he broke one of the timelines. Like, he's a variant. Loki was supposed to be dead at one point in time from Thanos.
Yeah. So
but now he's alive. So a variant came up. So they have this force out there. They're called time variant. They're called the TVA. Time authority, time variant authority, or whatever. So Loki's a variant now, and it's really good. Owen Wilson is awesome in it. Love him in it. And this is so much better than I gotta say, it's better than WandaVision. And even though I like WandaVision, I loved Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I just watching Loki.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my gosh, this is all of them. So Sabrina, going back, yes, the Phase 4 movies, this all ties in. All these little shows that Disney is doing, but you got to give props to Disney. Props to Disney, Marvel, Kevin Feige, all of them on there. The way that they're doing this to roll it out and having these shows coincide with the movies is just amazing. And not only on the Marvel side, on the Star Wars side. Even the Star Wars, everything they're doing, it has a purpose. And it's funny.
Don't you think this is, let's talk about business on this a little bit, because this to me is super smart. And it's exactly what you're saying. They're doing, remember like when we were kids, well, you're a little older than me, but back in the 70s and 80s, everything was like Star Wars was just so much elevated over everything. Correct. Because they were awesome at this. And now they're doing it again, but they're doing it even better, I think.
Correct.
What you just said. Because I'm not the guy that watches all the shows and all the movies, but I know who, now loosely, I mean, we could
right.
How much I know about this stuff, but at least I'm aware of who they are now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then my kids, like they're like you, big fans of this stuff, and they're generationally, they're reestablishing their dominance.
Right.
For future
and I'm telling you, it from a business standpoint, you're right. They're getting people on the Star Wars side. They're getting people re-engaged with the movies, with the characters. And it doesn't matter if it came out in 1977. It doesn't matter. People are going back and watching them anyways back then because it was really great back then. However, on the Marvel side too, they're they're establishing a new generation, a new generation of heroes, because there's only so long these characters are going to look, or the actors are going to be able to play their part and look good. I think that they could go on a little bit longer, but some of them, why do they need to? And that's why they're building these up. And so they just done such a great job. So Sabrina, Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings. Can't wait till that comes out. I think that's awesome.
Were you speaking in Chinese? What were you just saying?
Shang-Chi is the real, I think he's the son of the real Mandarin and the 10 Rings. Even though that the movie is taking its own twist on the rings on there, it's a movie that's coming out in September. Really good movie. I actually got his figure from, it's hanging up on my wall on the other side, Shang-Chi. I got one of his figures up. But martial artist person, there's so many things that are coming out that it's going to go into the Avengers 4. And Thor is not going to be, it's going to be a female Thor when Thor Love and Thunder, I think it's called Love and Thunder, comes out. And that's, or maybe it's Love and War or Love and Thunder. But either way, that's coming out. And God, what was her? Whoever played his love interest, Natalie Portman actually did.
My love interest is in the comments.
Is it? What? And in order to understand the new movies, you have to watch the old ones, which is true. Oh, Alicia. And Alicia's at the pool?
She's at the pool. So, in full disclosure, we don't have a pool in our backyard. We have a community center pool thing. It's actually really nice. But anyways, she's there. So, it's one of the reasons why we bought this particular house. It's in the HOA. It comes with actually, it's 2 gyms. It's one with weights only and one with like all the workout stuff. And then it's giant pool and stuff. And we only pay for that. It's less than $100 a month. So, it's crazy.
Really? Well, we have one, but I got a pool. You all know I'm a disabled vet, but I have a smaller pool in the backyard to help me so I can walk around for the hip and everything else on there. So we just, exercise on there. She's waiting for the Eternals and Wakanda Forever. I think that's going to be great. Another 2 great movies. It's funny, the Eternals have been here the whole time watching. So I'm wondering to see what they're going to say about that one. So that'll be good. Alicia was talking about that it is Love and Thunder. So thank you, Alicia.
No. That's not what she's saying there. That's a little.
Oh, that's back and forth with you two?
Strive for 9, baby.
Oh, gotcha. TMI. All right, thank you.
Just tight.
And just got out of the hot tub, did a 45-minute workout.
The Bowmans are trying to get in shape, people.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Get in shape. You know what? I think I'm going to try something different tomorrow. I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow then.
I got 10,000 steps in today already.
Let's see. With all the walking we did, where could I find that on my? Do you have an?
Yeah, go to your iPhone. Go to the heart. First page.
Oh, go to my iPhone.
Yeah, go to your iPhone.
Okay.
And then go on the first page. Go to the little heart thing. It says health. And then it'll tell you.
Oh,
it'll tell you right there.
That's not it.
I use it all the time. I love this thing. So my step count, I do this. Look, my step count for the month, my average steps per day is 11,539.
Okay, so 7,704 steps today.
There you go. See? So all you have to do, if you guys have not done it yet in your health app on your iPhone, you want to just make sure you set your height and your weight. Because like if you're 5'7" like I am, then your steps are going to be different than if you're 6'3" or something crazy.
Interesting. I did not know. All right, I learned something today. Thank you.
I cannot watch all those movies, Sabrina. I just don't have the time. I like them. Look, I got to tell you, I was watching. What one was it, Joe? I was watching it. There was a show on Netflix, and I watched. Not Deadpool. I can't remember. There was 4 of them. Remember there was 4?
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Luke Cage? Daredevil?
Yeah.
Because I remember you used to like watching Daredevil.
Yeah, so I enjoyed it. Like it's not that I don't like it. I think they're doing a good job. It's just, first of all, for me, I haven't watched all the movies, so I don't get like how they all fit together. I know I'm a loser, but it is what it is. But I just don't have the time. But I do like it. I like I like science fiction. It's fun.
Now, Daredevil, I think, is going to be in the, what is it? No Way Home. I think the Spider-Man No Way Home, and I've heard that Daredevil was going to be in it some way, shape, or form. I Venom. I
watched Daredevil, and I watched another one that had Daredevil and then 3 other people.
Iron Fury. Oh, wait a minute. Well,
yeah, Iron Fist. I watched the
Iron Fist,
and then there was a girl.
Hold on a minute. God, what is her name?
She was a fighter. She was.
I know.
Kind of badass. And then there was a guy.
Sabrina, help me out. What's the name on Netflix? It's Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Daredevil, and the other show the girl that got canceled. I can't remember.
It didn't hurt him. Like you could punch him and it didn't hurt him. Big black guy.
Yeah, that's Luke Cage.
Is that his name? So I didn't see that. I didn't see like his show, and I didn't see the girl's show. But I saw Daredevil Fist, and I actually liked Iron. I liked Iron Fist. Okay, they kind of lost me at the end. I thought the end was stupid, but like the first season of it, I thought was really good.
And Sabrina was right when she said that in here. Tony Stark's death was a huge death, and it really was. No, it's not Supergirl. We're talking about Netflix and Marvel.
She's from like Chicago, something like that. You know, she's got that attitude and.
God,
okay.
I think it starts with a J. Now I got to find it. So hold on a minute. Hold on.
I said all people from Chicago have that attitude. Joe.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and we do.
Look, the
Netflix, Marvel shows.
Alicia's telling us that the Bowman clan's on its way home, which means it's going to get noisy here quick. But
okay, so the one that you watched with all of them was the Defenders.
Yes,
the Defenders. Jessica Jones.
That's it. Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones.
You had it with a J. You had it.
I know. I saw it. I just couldn't. It was Jessica Jones.
And I know her from somewhere. That's actually one thing I do like about these Netflix shows too. They're picking actors that I've seen them before at least.
Yeah, she was on. I believe that actress was. Yep. Jessica Jones. Yep. Well, a question mark, but yep, she did.
Who knew our Greek friend was into this stuff too? I didn't know that.
Which is awesome. Yep. So it was
that's actually, this is gonna sound cheesy maybe, but it is one thing I like about it. It does help bring everybody together.
What? The comic books?
Yeah, these movies and stuff, because everybody.
Well, it's because, and I'll tell you another thing. Back in the day, people were labeled as dorks and nerds or whatever.
You're still a dork, and so am I.
So be it. However, now it's cool to be like that.
That's why I don't watch them, because I'm not cool.
Yeah, well, I love the stuff. I actually, before I came down, I was in there. My sister-in-law came over, so I didn't get to finish watching it. But I was watching Star Wars Bad Batch on Disney Plus because a new episode came out today.
I don't know what that is.
I know. But it's another Disney Plus is just awesome.
I was watching that one series that they put out, which was really, really cool, where he was like a sniper guy and he found the baby Yoda.
Yeah, it's called The Mandalorian.
Yeah, The Mandalorian. I was watching that, and I think I got in like 7 or 8 episodes. I thought that was amazing.
That and you got to see the second season.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
That was right when I was moving from the Bay Area down to Southern California. That's when that
they did such a great job on it to tie it in. And that actor that plays the Mandalorian is the grandson of John Wayne.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah. So
I gotta say that. Who's your grandpa? John Wayne.
Yeah, John Wayne. So yeah.
That's the coolest grandpa ever. Like, it would be hard to top that one. Who's your
grandpa?
Yeah, who's your grandpa? George Washington. Okay, that's cool. But
it's John Wayne.
It's John.
It was, and that was impressive to me because who doesn't know John Wayne?
Yeah.
But that was impressive to me. I think they have a new series coming out, the Boba Fett Chronicles or something like that, which it'll be another good one that'll come out.
You know what else is cool about this? I mean, honestly, I just thought about this. I don't know why I didn't think about this sooner, but it's cool that, you know, you don't have to have like a premium nothing to watch all this stuff too. That's the other thing they're doing right with this. It's kind of like Saturday morning cartoons again.
Right.
You can watch it's just your time. Like if you dedicate time to it, then you can watch it.
And Disney Plus is doing it like there's something new every day. Because Loki comes out on Wednesdays, the Bad Batch is on Friday. I'm telling you, after they get done, I think it'll be an every day of the week. There'll be something new coming out on there, so you could always go back to it.
That's like
my own
after school cartoons. Remember that?
Yeah,
like 3 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock. There was cartoons.
Well, for me, I wake up in the morning and I watch that's when if I'm working out, whatever I'm doing, I watch the shows first thing in the morning, usually. Yep.
Yeah, because you've got the equipment at home there in the Batcave. So see, that was the trade-off when we moved here. I had a treadmill and some weights and stuff, but because we had the clubhouse with the gym, we needed to shed some stuff. I'm not quite a hoarder, but I'm kind of like a hoarder. Like Alicia will tell you, I don't like to throw anything away. So she made me, because we needed to shed stuff for that moving truck to bring this conversation fully back to Mariella's thing about the movers. We had to get rid of stuff because the truck wasn't big enough. Like, we can't fit all your stuff, dude. You're gonna have to. So we got rid of the moving or the workout gear, except for I did keep my heavy bag, because that's my anger management. I go punch the heavy bag. So since I moved to America, I absolutely love NCIS. I like that show too. And I do. Are those shows still on?
Yeah. I think Blue Bloods is. I've been told I need to watch Blue Bloods. I like Tom Selleck. I think he's an awesome actor.
That's Magnum PI, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's how come I like it. So
it also has
Mark, or what are the
Wahlbergs, but the older one.
Yeah, Danny. Is it Danny?
Yeah, Blue Bloods is a good show. I like NCIS too. That has the LL Cool J.
Yeah,
yes, they are. So yeah, I've seen them. I know it.
And just for the newer movies, you have to wait.
Yeah. But you know, I'm cool with that because I'm so out of date, anyways. Like, I could go to Netflix or Hulu pretty much any time and find something that I haven't seen. And
oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I do that all the time. If I want to start watching something, I can just go to Netflix and just find a new show or whatever. I did start. Oh, I got to tell you. So I got Paramount Plus, and I don't know why.
Plus or Netflix. Something.
Yeah, it's another streaming service, but it had like CBS shows in there.
Oh, okay.
So it has Picard in there. And
so is that like one of these things like Mandalorian where it tells us?
Yeah, it's like but now it's showing Captain Picard.
Yeah, I like Star Trek a lot, so I would be interested in that.
See, and it has Star Trek Discovery on there.
Like that, I knew Star Trek.
See, now that's good. Hey, did you know? And I ought to tag him in this too. Talking about Star Trek Discovery. Because one of the people that I'm connected with, Doug Jones, he plays in that.
I don't know if I know him. He's on LinkedIn.
Yeah, he's on LinkedIn. I just tagged him. Great guy. Great person. But he plays. He's played in a lot of different movies on there.
And if the shows are.
Yeah, and Doug, if I don't do you justice on this, and you watch this, please call me out on it. I will bring you on as a guest, and I'll make it right.
On the show, look, if you've been on Star Wars or Star Trek, we'll have you on here for sure.
But he played on Star Trek. He was Discovery, Star Trek Discovery. I'm trying to think. I'm just watching the show now. I'm just watching it, and he was playing.
So that is the show. Okay.
Yeah, No, it's been on for a couple seasons, but he's the first officer. I can't can't think of it. But you would know him better from Abe Sapien from Hellboy. Have you ever seen Hellboy? No.
I know who Hellboy is. That's the devil with the sawed-off horns.
Yeah, correct. And his, I don't want to say sidekick, but another character in the comic books is called Abe Sapien. And Abe Sapien is like an underwater character, and he, yeah. But anyways,
So he's the voice.
No, he actually did the makeup for. I mean, he's the person underneath
they
that.
put the makeup on him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
How many hours does that take?
It's been a while since I've seen
one of his
posts about that.
Where they would take the actor and put the mold on him and then paint him up. And
I think he did it a long time ago. He did a post on how long it took. I can't remember, but I would imagine it takes a long time. If you see the stuff, like if you see any of his characters that he's played, it is really.
I have to look.
It would have to take a long.
Send me his link so I can.
I did. I already put it in. I tagged him in this, so
right.
So you can't. But great person too. But I'm watching it. So I'm watching Paramount, and I'm watching this, and it's funny. So I watch that. I go, and I'm telling, like, my son and stuff like that. Oh, I know him. I know that person.
Cool. I mean, look,
I only know him from LinkedIn, but it's like, I've had engagement with him, so it's awesome that
I'm a huge Raider fan. So for me, like, sports is your comic book stuff, right? So I connected with Lincoln Kennedy of the Raiders, and I told that guy, like, look, man, if you ever want help, if you want me to help blow you up on this thing, like, he doesn't care. He's a multimillionaire. He's a famous athlete. He doesn't need somebody like Ira to help him. But
right,
if he did, I would do it, man. I'd be so excited.
Well, it's like when Valencia came on. That was for me. That was because that was Poison Ivy's voice. Yeah. Even though she played Sniper Wolf, and there's a bunch of other things that she's done. For me, the Poison Ivy one was just, oh my gosh, that was great. So that's why I like it.
Congratulations, Mariella. Steve is her husband, and he's a talented musician. He's got a YouTube channel. You can check him out, but he does music lessons. If anybody out there is interested in primarily percussion, bass, trombone. I'm forgetting one other one. There's one more. There's 4 of them total. But anyways, contact Marielle and she can connect you. He's actually on LinkedIn too. Steve Stockmall is his name. But
well, that's good. He's been picked to play the drums at the Santa Barbara Cemetery. That is awesome.
I'm assuming that's a pretty big honor because 4th of July at a cemetery is a big deal.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Guitar.
Guitar. I'm putting it up. I'm trying to get there. And guitar.
I made an infographic for him just as a little favor. Music teachers, we undersung, man. Music teachers, that's a tough gig. So I had to help him out. Actually, I made his logo for him. I created a logo. What I did is I took the music staff, if you guys are familiar with music staffs, and I put Steve Stockmall music, and then I took the treble clef and I flipped it around so it looks like an S. So Steve Stockmall, and then the music, I used 2/8 notes and put them together to make like an M. So it's kind of fun. That's the thing. Like when I have free time, I'm doing design work. Like that's my creative juices go into making images or videos or like I think one of the best things I've ever done is your intro outro for videos.
Oh yeah.
Joe the Finance Guys gets
fire.
Gets incinerated.
I love it.
And then the voice after. I mean, it's just like I think it's
perfect. It is perfect. Do we still have my voicemail from Tasia?
I have.
You still have. Okay, good. I was just wondering because I was talking to somebody about that. I was going, and it was just funny. That is perfect.
Everything I've made for you, I keep a copy of it. Yeah. In fact, I just talk about this. So, as far as this is just good for everybody to get in this habit. Back your stuff up. So a lot of us have cloud, storage, but don't rely on that, right? And I mean, there's all kinds of bad stuff that can happen to you. You can have somebody do one of those encryption things where ransom, right? But what you should do, in fact, I've got one right here. I can show you guys. Okay, it's right here. You can buy one of these for $100. You know what this is?
Terabyte?
5 terabytes. USB plug-in. Just take all your data like once a month and put it on this sucker. And then unplug it. You know what I mean? Like plug it in, back up all your stuff, and your stuff's on here, Joe, right? And I have a few of these. But it's 5 terabytes of data for $100. So I just bought mine on Amazon. But just put in, hard drives on Amazon and find one. Most of you don't need 5 terabytes, but you're not going to fill it up.
All right, I'm backing it. I'm going to do it.
So you do that plus the cloud stuff, and that'll really help you out. Hard drives are the way to go. But here's the bad part. You need to still do your security checks and all that, because if you get ransom software, typically what they do is they actually lay dormant for a while. And so typically what you're doing is you're backing up these dormant infected files. And then when you reestablish them, then you're repopulating the ransomware again. So be diligent, buy the backup virus checker, all that stuff. But this is just another layer to help keep you safe. Because the last thing you want to do is have to pay to get your files back.
All right, Ira, we're coming down to the end.
Yep.
What are you doing? What's going on? What's exciting? Well, I already know what you're doing because you talked about it, but what is your...
I'm excited because this week, so I'm doing a photo shoot tomorrow in LA, but I'm taking my daughter with me. She's going to be my assistant on the shoot. That's kind of fun. She wants to be a photographer. Now she's 13. That could change. But right now, that's what she's into. She has her own camera. So I'm bringing her to do the shoot. On Tuesday, July 6th, I'm taking Alicia with me to Arizona. My client won in a chamber event, Burtis Sellers from Bloomrock. He won a free stay at a hotel there in Scottsdale. Well, he lives there. He doesn't really, you know what I mean? So he's like, bring your wife. You guys can stay the night. So I just think that's really cool. So we're doing that. And then on Sunday, we're having a couple over from church. So in fact, Scott was on my show yesterday, Job Seeker Spotlight. He and his wife and his daughters are coming over on Sunday for a little time of fellowship. So it's gonna be fun. I mean, nothing extravagant. Just have some fun. So that's what we're doing. How about you? Any big?
Oh man! All right. So tomorrow it'll be barbecues, and I got to put the bigger sand filter on the pool tomorrow. I'll see my granddaughter, hopefully do her sports thing in the morning. And so it'll be just a family. My daughter is marching in the 4th of July holiday parade for Noblesville.
She does what again? Is clarinet?
She's saxophone. She's alto sax. Yeah,
Yeah.
She's alto sax. My other daughter, she's obviously going to Ball State, and she missed because she was working at Starbucks, where she got promoted to shift manager. I think I said that last week. But she missed the auditions for Ball State. But she's going to do something with music in there anyways. But she's really good cymbals wise and clarinet. She did clarinet originally.
Yeah.
And then guitar.
I knew clarinet was in there, but I just got you.
Yeah, she did a lot. And then Logan. Well, anyways, Logan plays the trumpet or the trombone. Excuse me, plays the trombone, but he's not in marching band. He's just in regular band. And then Monday, it's just going to be, I'm going to be lazy. and be setting up everything for next week. You already know that we're so close. We're about this close, Ira, to launching the Buy the Joe the Finance Guy logo. And obviously you're going to have Bowman Digital Media. I talked with Liana the other day.
Garner.
And and she sent me some stuff. Also, because you know me, I want to price check and do everything. I talked to somebody else too.
I was gonna say, don't worry, I was going to do that for you anyways.
I knew you would, but I did talk around and on there. The one person I did talk to, the good thing about it is he also owns a computer shop.
Oh, so he could be a client too.
You're right. So there was it was a double thing on there too, because we went over a bunch.
That's my favorite. I actually want to talk about that for just a second. Can we go a few minutes over?
Sure.
Somebody said to me, like, too many people are focused on spamming, like send you an email, send you a DM. This is what I do. This is what my company does. We'd love to work with you. Like, one way to get new business that most people fail at? Become a client.
Yep.
Most people are far more likely to do business with a client. So like the shoes on the other foot. Hey, what do? You know what I mean? So if you think it would be a good client for you, like legitimately, you've done your homework. Hey, I know I'd be a good vendor for you.
Win-win. It's win-win.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Right.
That's
so
at its best. And I'm
totally
right.
That's what I'm saying. It's a strategy most people are not doing. But if you can do it, because you can't always, you're not in a position. But if you can,
him and I were talking, and he messaged me on LinkedIn. I was on at that time, and he goes, "Hey, listen, do you have time to talk?" He lives in Dallas, Texas. I said, "Sure. Do you want to talk next week or now?" And it was about something. So I got on there. I started talking to my great person. We were just talking, and he was giving me different websites to look at. I started looking at his websites, and then one of them was computers. I go, well, wait a minute, time out. You sell computers? He goes, yes. And that's how we started talking on the other side. I go, I could see the other side to this too, but also it's shopping around, but even Liana said, like look at different things and stuff like that. So I got a lot to work about, but we're this close. Close.
Look, for me, I wouldn't care if my merchandise was $2 or 20% more, something like that. I still, because I'm a loyal guy, like, and you are too. You know what I mean? So, like, if I have a reason to buy from one or the other that's based on business, I'm going to do that every single time.
Right.
Somebody was telling me, I have a client. He was asking me, hey, Ira, how much do you pay for your hats? And I told him, and he almost fell out of his chair. He's like, what? You pay that much? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, bro, I can get you those hats for half of that price. And I was like, okay, great.
That's where this gentleman comes into play. I'll send you everything over, because obviously I didn't say I can't make the final decision. I got to make sure that the website can be
work. Yeah, we got it
working with mine, and I can't make that call. I'm not that smart when it comes to that.
We got to make sure your order fulfillment will handshake with our website. That's
correct. and that's the kicker out there. Right. But that's where I'm really excited about. I'm excited about a lot of the deals that have closed. Still don't want to talk about the big one because we just ran another set of pilot stores. But yay,
that's coming, bro.
I know. I visited all of them. I gotta have them on. I did talk to them a little bit about doing press releases and everything else like we did. Oh, and by the way, the other location that you helped me with to help them with they doubled their output just from that.
That Michael Ray, we got him over 1,200 backlinks.
See, that's awesome too.
Our small project Louisville got over 1,200 backlinks. You know, press releases are something that more people should consider doing for their business. If you're trying to grow your web traffic, if you want to build your domain authority, press releases are one of those things that people don't consider, but they should.
Now, if you don't mind, before we leave, I do want to put out one thing. If you're watching this and you have an e-commerce platform, and it doesn't matter where you're at, please give me a call. I'd love to help input or give you an alternative payment option that can help bring up the business. Joe, the finance guy, can help you.
Follow Joe, the finance guy, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, man. We got a YouTube channel, a website. The website's pretty killer.
Yeah, the website. I brag about it all the time.
Including, look, guys, we make, in fact, Alicia, in full disclosure, Alicia's like, that's the main thing she's doing now is making these social media images for the Bowman Digital Media clients. So most of the stuff that you would see now, like the little fun stuff with the logos on it, she's doing that. So, but I put them on the website probably once every couple weeks. I'll put whatever's new up. So if you want it like old school comics, but with a twist, right? Commercial stuff, you could go to Joe the Finance Guy's media page and see those social media graphics that we're creating for him. A lot of fun.
Love it. All right. Well, that's it. Join us next week.
Next week. Same time, same channel, right?
Yeah, same bat time, same bat channel.
Fridays, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern time adjust for wherever you are. The show is absolutely about nothing. It's just two friends having coffee, chit-chatting. We do have guests. So when the guests are on, obviously, it's mostly about them because, you know, they're guests and we're trying to be social and help raise their visibility. But I love, Joe, I got to tell you, I love these so much. Yes, the Lurvs. We've had a lot of the Lurvs lately. We've had Tim and Brian and Nancy.
Tim, Brian, Nancy.
Yeah, so if you're not watching there, shout out
Rachel. Yeah, shout out Saturday's a must. I at least try to get on there.
I'm not going to be able to make it tomorrow either because I'm going to be driving to LA. So where I'm going, 2-hour drive, Joe.
That's not bad. Yeah, you're kidding me, right?
No, I'm not. I'm not kidding at all.
It's not like it's 15 hours.
LA is really big, as most of you know, right?
You do know I drive every day, right?
I know, but it's 2 hours one way.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. I feel bad. Have a great weekend, Paula.
I feel the sarcasm, and I deserve it. Look, I tease Joe so much that I can't ever complain when he teases me back, and he's right. That's fine.
Right, and that's how come I got you twice today on two things.
That's fine.
That funniest one, oh my God, the funniest one was the college thing. That was good. I'm gonna have to even actually replay that one.
Why my kids want to move across the country because you don't let them have any fun.
Right. that was actually fun.
No, I hate guts, bro.
You hate the what?
I hate your guts.
Oh, sure you do. I'm sure you do. I love you, brother.
Size matters. Big lens photography. If you need it, call me.
Sure. Yeah. All right, good. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. And thank you very much for being here. Appreciate all of you.
We love you all, man. Thanks for watching our show.
Love you all. Thank you. Bye.
joethefinancesguy.com.